Time for the weekly rotation number 10. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the weekly rotation number 10. Is where I share with you guys what I wore in the previous week. And this week I wore mainly all designer fragrances. I only wore one niche fragrances. And before I jumped into this video, I would like to say that it feels very refreshing to finally just wear a lot of designers for once, you know, not wearing a lot of niche wear, just a lot of basic designers that just makes you feel really good. That's what designer fragrances are designed to do, just makes you feel comfortable, confident, and ready in your own skin. That's what designer fragrances are for, and it's quite refreshing to wear them every now and then. So without further ado, let's jump right into Friday. Last Friday I wore Armani Code Profumo. Now this one is one of my favorite of all time. Oh man, it smells so good. This reminds me so much of the original Code. The original Code, if you guys don't know, was one of my go-to college scent when I was in college for a year and a half before I dropped out. Armani Code at that time was one of my most complimented fragrances ever. I love wearing it to the club, I would love wearing it to class, and it just works magic. And now this one, the Profumo version, does it work the same magic as the first one? And the answer is yes, it does. This one gives me just as many compliments as the first one did, and this one is also very much stronger. Now, which one do I prefer between the two? I still much prefer the DNA of the original one because that one has so much scent memory to me, but this one is not so far behind. This one is quite amazing in the smell. Sweet tonka bean version of the original Code smells amazing, mass appealing. Now I wore it to work that day and I didn't get any compliments from work, I have to be completely honest. But it's okay, I still love the smell, I still feel very confident wearing this fragrance. One of my most favorite of all time. And this is one that I feel like every guy who loves tonka bean or loves sweet fragrances should have in their staple collection. Alright, moving on to the next fragrance. The next fragrance I wore PRADA L'Homme Absolu. You guys saw me unbox this fragrance. You guys saw me wear it the first day. If you have not seen that video, actually, I'll leave it linked down in the description below. This is a cardamom and iris heavy version of the original L'Homme by PRADA. L'Homme by PRADA is a very nice clean office scent with a touch of iris. It smells really nice. The iris in here is quite soft. The iris in here is about 5 times as strong, but not too strong that it gets into the lipsticky type of iris. It's not there yet, but it is quite stronger in this one than in this one. Now the cardamom is the additional note in this fragrance that's also just as strong as the iris in here. So when you smell this, it smells like a battle between iris and cardamom. These two notes compete to be the top dominating note within this fragrance, and it smells really good. Cardamom as a note itself always gives off this really sexy, fresh, spicy, sweet vibe, which I really love, and being added into the PRADA L'Homme DNA with the added iris really works well. Now this one, the original, to me feels more like an office scent, feels really clean, luxurious office, classroom type of scent. This one is a signature scent. You can also wear this to class and to work. You can wear this anytime you want, and that's maybe the reason why I'm leaning towards this one as opposed to this one. If I had to pick between the two right now, I'll probably lean towards this one. Not to say that this one is an inferior fragrance, but this one to me just makes me feel a little bit more confident. Next fragrance on the list, I wore YSL Y EDP. I unboxed this one in the same video as the PRADA L'Homme Absolu. This one to me is a really nice fragrance. Nice, sweet, slightly clean, fresh, anytime fragrance. This is another mass appealing, anytime versatile fragrance. The sweetness makes it also club ready, nights out ready. You can wear this at those times and be completely fine. The performance is good on this, so I can vouch for that. To be completely honest, I'm bored with this fragrance. Like, I smell this and I simply don't feel that excited. I don't feel that drawn to it. But for what it's worth, it is a very mass appealing scent. People will like this off your skin, there's no doubt about that. But you guys know me, I like more unique scent even when it comes to designers. I want something to really feel a bit different from the other fragrances, and this one just really doesn't. Now the original Y EDT is the same way. The reason I don't have the Y EDT is because I really like the smell. It smells really good, it smells really mass appealing, and everyone who have tried the EDT version loved it. Every girl who I've brought to Sephora loved EDT, but I don't have it because personally I feel like there's much better options. Same with this one in a way. This thing is a really mass appealing scent. You can wear it, it smells really modern. It smells appropriate for 2018 and 2019, I guess. If you want a more modern, versatile, mass appealing fragrance, you can go for this one. This is a very just again, safe and dumb reach, okay? But personally, in terms of smell, I'm not too excited by it. Next fragrance that I wore was ACQUA di Gio Absolute. Now before I talk about this, I have to say, for PRADA L'Homme Absolute, I wore it to work that day, got 0 compliments. For YSL YEDP, I wore it to work that day again, and got 0 compliments. I forgot to mention for those two, so there we go. Now, ACQUA di Gio Absolute. Now this one is a very misleading fragrance. I mean, you look at the cap, you look at the juice, and you think masculine, you think maybe more mature, more classy. Not at all, man. This thing is as close to a teenager fragrance as you can get for an ACQUA di Gio. This one takes the original ACQUA di Gio DNA and adds a little bit of an Invictus Aqua or Invictus type of sweetness, maybe just 10 to 15% of it, but it does smell like a really nice fruity sweet version of the original ACQUA di Gio. And to me, it smells really good. If you're a teenager in high school or even in college, this thing is probably one of the best fragrances you can grab, even better than original ACQUA di Gio in my opinion, because to me, ACQUA di Gio is a fragrance that is worn so much, especially by people who are 25 and younger. They see ACQUA di Gio, they smell it for the first time, and it just clicks, you know? It smells really good. A lot of people wear it. This one is a new addition. I feel like you should wear this one. If you're in high school, if you're in college, I highly recommend this one. Now the reason I wore this one to work was because I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic. I sold my ACQUA di Gio a long time ago. I already wore ACQUA di Gio Profumo, and now since I haven't worn this one in a while, I decided to give it a wear. 0 compliments at work on that day as well. This week actually has been a 0 compliment week just for the rest of the fragrance. Sad week, but it's okay. It happens sometimes. We don't get compliments all the time. That's just a realistic thing in life when it comes to fragrances. But yeah, 0 compliments for this one. Still really good smell. I wouldn't wear it a lot personally because I'm done with that kind of sweet high school type of smell. This one though, if you are in high school and college, I do still highly recommend it. Alright guys, next fragrance, I have the only niche I wore this week, and this one is called Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I did the Beast Mode niche fragrance list, and this one was the one that I wore after that, and wow, this is a 1 spray fragrance. I would spray half a spray of this if I could realistically spray only half a spray. God, it's so strong. It is so strong. This thing lasts on me easily 20 plus hours with extreme projection. I'm talking projection up to 12 plus hours. It's the strongest fragrance that I own, and spoiler, if you haven't watched the niche list yet, this did make the #1 spot. It's super strong. I don't get to wear it so often anymore because I live here in Las Vegas and it's hot and there's no good time to wear this fragrance, so the only time I wear this now is when I'm at home, and when I just miss the smell of this, I'll wear it at home. I would never wear it out because it's simply too strong. But when I lived in Alaska, this is a gem. This is one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection as well, due to how strong it is and due to how many people can actually smell this thing. So yeah, check this one out if you like rose fragrance, because this one does have a candy rose smell. Very gorgeous smelling fragrance. So check this one out if you like rose. Alright, next fragrance I have Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. One of my most favorite fragrance of all time. My god, this is a gem. This is so me. If you were to ask me, imagine this, what is one fragrance that you would keep for the rest of your life and toss away everything you have in your collection? Now, although that would be very tragic and that would be very sad to throw away every single niche fragrance that I've ever collected, but still, I would keep this one to wear because this one smells the most like me. This one makes me feel the most confident in my own skin, and I just feel unstoppable every time I wear this fragrance. Completely unstoppable. And this is, to me, this is my opinion of course, so don't get mad, this is to me the best designer fragrance alive, and I don't think any designer fragrance that comes after this will be able to touch the power of this one. That's just my opinion, of course. There will be better fragrances in the future, I just know that, but right now I just don't see it happening anytime soon, okay? Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, one of my most amazing fragrance ever. Also one of my most complimented fragrance ever in my collection. I love wearing this thing. Now last week I wore this fragrance to a dinner party that my company had, a Christmas dinner party. We went to an Italian restaurant, so I only wore 2 sprays of this fragrance. Normally when I wear this, I wear 3 to 4 sprays because the projection of this dies down really quickly after the 2-hour mark. Normally I'll only get compliments the first 2 or 3 hours of wearing this fragrance, but since it's a dinner time, I didn't want to annoy the people who were sitting next to me, so I only wear 2 sprays. No compliment that day, which is fine, but still my most amazing, most favorite fragrance of all time. Alright guys, this last fragrance was wore on last Thursday, and on Thursday I had a business meeting and I was trying to pick a fragrance that smells sophisticated, clean, inoffensive, but still very much professional, and there's only one fragrance to me that fits the bill perfectly, and this fragrance is Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver EDP. Now the EDT would work as well, but I own the EDP, so I wore the EDP. This one just smells really good. Nice clean vetiver scent, still one of a kind. There's no fragrance that smells like the EDP yet, besides the EDT of course. This one just smells really good. It smells professional, it smells sophisticated, it smells really clean and classy. And I love wearing this when I have an uber business related things to do, or I'm visiting a corporate office. This fragrance just fits those occasions very perfectly, and I highly recommend this to anyone who just loves vetiver in general, because this is the cleanest smelling vetiver ever. There's no earthiness in this vetiver, which the earthiness in some vetiver does put some people off. This one doesn't have any of that quality. It's just a nice, clean, sophisticated vetiver. I really like this one. So if you're in an office setting, you love vetiver, you love clean fragrances, I do highly recommend this one. Alright guys, that's it for the weekly rotation video. Let me know what you wore last week down in the comment section below. I would love to know that. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time in another video tomorrow. Thank you so much. Peace and bye.